Hello adventurer, and welcome to the wonderful world of Wynncraft. Wynncraft is an enormous Minecraft MMORPG, where you can select one of 5 classes and explore the largest custom built map in all of Minecraft. You get to learn the history of this magical corrupted world, while also discovering legendary items, fighting powerful foes, and doing amazingly made quests. If you are new to this server or haven't played on it for a long time and have forgotten a lot of things, this video is for you. Let's start at the beginning of what Wynncraft is about. If you are new to Wynncraft, your main objective should probably be to get a class to the max combat level, explore the huge map and do the many, if not all, the quests. You might be wondering now, what is the best way to level up your combat level? There are 4 main ways to level up on Wynncraft. The first one is doing quests. Quests are missions given to you by NPCs scattered around the provinces. They require you to do various things, such as traveling through time to save someone, helping a rebellious group of cows escape the Wynn province, defeating the world's strongest hero, or simply mastering the art of cuisine by traveling to the moon. There are more than 100 quests in Wynncraft, which reward you with significant XP, wealth, and other various things such as fast travels. You can unlock or find more quests by leveling up or right-clicking the book in your hotbar. There are also mini quests, which are simple fetch missions given by posts scattered around the world. They typically ask for items found nearby. In exchange, they give a bit of XP. The second, not too efficient way to level up is finding discoveries. There are 3 types of discoveries in Wynncraft: Territorial Discoveries, World Discoveries, and Secret Discoveries. Territorial Discoveries are for huge areas and give a little bit of XP for finding them. World discoveries are usually around landmarks, such as towns or important areas, and give more XP than territorial ones. Lastly, secret discoveries are hidden and require some effort to find them. They give a good amount of XP and lore. After locating enough of them, they unlock access to an ultimate discovery, marked on the map with a diamond icon, revealing major hidden lore. The third way of leveling up is running dungeons. There are many dungeons scattered around the world of Wynn, which can be run to obtain quite a bit of XP, while also giving you quite a cool experience. At last, but definitely not least, we have grinding mobs. For each mob you kill, you get a little bit of experience, which adds up if you kill many. When you want to grind mobs, I highly recommend that you go to a grinding place where many mobs spawn. To find a grinding spot that fits to your level, I recommend you checking out my leveling guide, which contains grinding spots for each level. Doing quests is always the most recommended. They unlock important areas and give lots of emeralds, as well as being part of the story. Though, when you don't have any quests to do, you need to do some of the auto leveling methods as well. On your adventure throughout Wynn, you will every now and then find yourself in sticky situations and probably die. Don't worry though, you won't lose any valuable items on your first death. If you look on your hotbar in Wynncraft, you can see that you have items called soul points in your 9th slot. When you die, you will lose 2 of these and get teleported to the closest town. The lower your soul points are, the more items you will lose on death. If you should end up at 0 soul points, you will lose a lot of your items, besides horses, untradables, quest items and mythic items, all of which never drop upon death. Try to always stay well above 6 soul points, since you won't lose any gear above. You do also get back 1 soul point for each day that goes by in Wynncraft, which takes 20 minutes. And if you are offline, you get back 1 soul point for every 1 relive hour. When playing Wynncraft, there are a few commands you should know. One of the most important ones is /kill. If you should ever get yourself stuck in a place, just do this command and you will get killed, meaning you will lose 2 soul points and get teleported to the closest town. You can do /class to get your class menu and switch between different classes. Do /lobby to get back to the lobby and switch servers. Use /toggle to toggle on and off different things such as player ghosts and the scoreboard. /item lock if you want to lock an item so you don't accidentally drop it. And if you want a list of these and all the other commands in Wynncraft, you can do /help while on the server. What about Wynncraft's classes, and which one should you select? Wynncraft has 5 unique classes, each with their own abilities, which you can learn through the game, amounting to the classes having a very different playstyle. Each class can learn 4 different spells as they level up. You can cast them by clicking various combinations of your 2 mouse buttons during battle. Each class brings something new and plays differently, so I recommend that you try them all and see which one suits you the most. There isn't one specific class that you should or should not pick, just pick the one you like the most. In addition to the normal classes, each class has a cosmetical altered counterpart, accessible to only VIP, VIP Plus, and Hero ranked players. Everything about these classes stays the same, except for the name and the spells have altered animations to make them look more unique. If you want to see more about all the different classes, I recommend you checking out my classes showcase video after you watch this video to the end. A link to it can be found in the description. Wynncraft has 5 different elements: earth, thunder, water, fire, and air. Also altogether known as ETWFA. These elements all have associated skill points, which are strength, dexterity, intelligence, defense, and agility. Strength increases all of your damage. Dexterity increases your critical hit chance, and critical hits are plus 100 spell and main attack damage, meaning they don't actually double your damage. Intelligence lowers the cost of your spells. Defense gives you percent damage reduction. And lastly, agility gives you a chance to dodge attacks. All these stats can only go up to 80.8%, which is achieved at 150 points, and for each level you level up, you get 2 skill points, which you can assign to whatever category you want. One thing you need to keep in mind is that many armor pieces and weapons in Wynncraft do have skill point requirements, and for this, you should always put in points so you can wear your equipment first. And then you can put the rest in whatever categories you want. I do not recommend investing too much in strength and dexterity, which might seem appealing at first, but are the weakest by far. They don't scale very well, since damage bonuses from equipment doesn't stack with them. The one exception for strength is with poison builds, since strength increases poison damage. Defense and agility improve your survivability by a lot, and each percent of damage reduction becomes more valuable the more you put in. However, they're a bit underwhelming in small amounts. Intelligence's ability to lower spell cost is by far the most impactful. Having, for example, Meteor from the Mage class cost 2 mana instead of 8 mana is a massive increase to overall damage, much more than strength or dexterity. The only downside is that it's a waste from melee builds. Elemental defenses is another thing about elements. They are a flat increase or decrease to that element's damage. 100 water defense will decrease water damage taken by 100, while minus 200 will increase it by 200. Never prioritize elemental defenses on equipment over other stats. They don't matter nearly as much as other stats. Mob elemental weaknesses, however, can be easily exploited. They also add to that element's damage, so using the right weapon can increase your damage by a lot. By doing various things in Wynncraft, you can find powerful items that will help you progress even faster through the game. They will come with different tiers. Normal, which are extremely common items with no extra stats, only health for armor and damage for weapons. They are very weak. Then there are unique, rare, and legendary items. Legendary items are the rarest out of these 3, but aren't always better. When it comes to armor, you can quite often find better unique and rare choices. This is not the case for weapons, where many uniques and rares are hurt by low base damage. The next items are set items, which usually aren't too powerful by themselves, though their bonuses usually makes up for it when you have multiple pieces from a set equipped. Then there are fabled items which are hard to find, but also hard to sell due to oversupply and very high identification cost. The rarest items are mythics. Those are extremely rare and powerful high-leveled items that are build defining. The chance of getting one is about 7 in a million, but that can be increased with loot quality gear. All mythics are for high levels, so there's no chance that you find one if you're just starting out. Items of unique tier and up need to be identified to be usable. For a small fee, an item identifier, which is found in most cities besides Ragni, will do it for you. Just bring items there, pay a small fee, and you get your items fully usable. The first identifier is found on the Emerald Trail, between Ragni and Nivla Woods. What about professions and crafting? Crafting and professions are completely optional and extremely grindy as mentioned earlier, and you can do them after you finished your first playthrough. Though, if you want to do them directly, you can do so, but don't get yourself too stuck upon them. The items that you can craft can be extremely powerful. A downside though is that they have durability and must be repaired with scrap. Don't worry though, they won't break at 0 durability. If you go to the website map.wynncraft.com, you can find a map of the whole world of Wynncraft. If you should ever get lost, you can use this to find your way back, because you actually see yourself on it. And by using your map, you can also locate merchants, dungeons, caves, and much more. This map is officially associated with Wynncraft, but there's also a few third-party tools that can make your Wynncraft experience even better. If you're willing to download a mod, I recommend downloading Wynnkills, which includes a ton of features, such as a map, which you can access directly in-game, a better quest book, and a ton of other features that improve your Wynncraft experience. You can find a link to this mod in the description, and if you would like me to make a full video on it, then tell me in the comments below. You don't need this mod to play, but I promise it will make your life as a Wynncraft player so much better and easier. Another third-party add-on is the great utility site Wynn Data, which includes a ton of features such as a searchable item database and a build damage calculator. It also has a crafting calculator, balance changelog, and a mana table for how much intelligence skill points you need. Some other things that you should know if you want to play Wynncraft is that you can shift right click a player to send them a trade request, you can shift left click a player to send them a friendly duel request, and you can get a free crate each month from the Wynncraft website to obtain some cosmetics. But that's the end of this video. If you have enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like, and if you hated it, leave a dislike. Also, YouTube has told me that way too few of you are actually subscribed to me, so make sure to click that subscribe button if you haven't done so. But yeah, bye guys, I'll see you guys in my next video or live stream.